What's going on, guys? Back to you again in another video. I know it's been a little while. Just had a lot of stuff going on, but anyway, I decided to do a new series of videos, and I don't know how many segments this is going to take, but uh, um, the amount of segments that I do, it's just like how I'm gonna do it and everything. But in this particular video, it's gonna be my Hong Kong movie collection, and this is gonna be in not just one part. There'll be multiple parts. I don't have every single one, but there's gonna be a whole lot that I do plan on getting in the future. So there'll be more parts later on. But for now, like I'll probably just like try to do like a couple of parts. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I'll try not to make it like super long or anything like that. But and it's also not in particular order or anything. It's just it's just stuff I've had for for like a while, or stuff that's pretty recent in my collection. But yeah. So first off, this is a Jackie Chan movie that a lot of Jackie Chan fans are familiar with. That's Drunken Master. This is one of his earlier works. This is like before like he blew up pretty much, and this is a very good classic Hong Kong movie. Stars Jackie Chan and directed by Yuen Wu Ping. Um, the um, what you call it? Yeah, the fight choreographer for The Matrix, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and the Kill Bill movies. Very good director. This is the second film of his Jackie started. And the one before that was Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. I believe that's the one it was called before this one, um, which is another good one. And yeah, this has always been a favorite of mine growing up. Classic Chinese. There is English dubbing, but there's Cantonese language, which I much prefer. Um, in this particular edition, some of the Chinese dialogue is less like it's not like completely like, well, it is Cantonese language overall, but there are some segments where like they just didn't put like the Cantonese language in, so it's also like some like snippets of English dubbing, which is kind of weird, but it's whatever. Um, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's a very funny. It's a definitely cheesy movie now if you watch it nowadays, but it's a classic '70s movie here. So yeah, if you're a Jackie Chan fan, if you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. And then this is um, pretty much like a remake. Um, in Hong Kong, it's Drunken Master 2, but over here in the U.S., it's called The Legend of Drunken Master. And this is the American cut version. There's the Hong Kong cut that I think is longer, or maybe it's the same amount of minutes that's on the American version. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be a little bit longer because what they do is like they usually trim it up a bit when it's the American release version. But it was released in theaters here. It's just English dubbing. And the English dubbing is good because it's actually Jackie's voice, so it's a lot less annoying. When it's not Jackie's voice, I get irritated. But like in this case, like I'm fine with it because it's Jackie's voice. Which a lot of his older stuff you don't hear his actual voice, but like nowadays when he does movies, like it'll be his voice. But yeah, just a really great movie. Jackie Chan, like Anita Mui, Andy Lau, and what's his name? Tony Leung Ka-fai is in it as well, which is a friend of Jackie Chan. T. Leung is in this also. It's very good, and yeah, it's just very awesome. Just very funny. Um, the fight sequences in this are crazy. Like ridiculous, absurd stunts, and just absolutely amazing. And yeah, if you like the original one, if you haven't seen this, then you're definitely missing out on a very good classic movie right here. And next up, we have a Sammo Hung film, which is a friend of Jackie Chan's, and it's Eastern Condors. Eastern Condors is directed by Sammo Hung, stars Sammo Hung, Yun Biao, and also stars Yun Wu Ping. And yeah, this is a very good classic 80s movie. And yeah, you got a great cast, like ridiculous stunts, like phenomenal action sequences, and yeah, just like basically about like basically like a whole handful of prisoners who basically are let out of prison and are basically made a deal that they can get out of prison is and in order to get out of prison is to go on pretty much a suicide mission over in Vietnam, and that's pretty much how it is. And it's a very very good movie. A lot of you might not be familiar with this, but for those who have followed Sammo Hung and Yun Biao, then you're probably definitely familiar with this. And this is definitely my favorite Sammo Hung movie. I know he's done more than this, but man, this is my favorite Sammo Hung film. And this one is kind of rare to get, but if you see it for a good price, I recommend you pick it up. It's just a great, great movie. And then next up we have another one that's also very good. We have Tony Jaa film, and that is The Protector. This is the single disc edition. There is a different edition that's 2-disc, but I just got the single disc edition. This is Dragon Dynasty edition. It's a very, very good movie. There's also 2 different movies that are of The Protector. There's a Jackie Chan one that's an American movie, and this is a non-American movie with Tony Jaa, and like I might say Tony Jaa, but it's Tony Jaa, is how you pronounce it. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal movie, and if you haven't seen it, then I recommend you check it out. And yeah, this movie is absolutely insane and just really really fun. And if you haven't seen it, whoops, sorry about that, I dropped it. If you haven't seen it, then I recommend you check it out. And yeah, it's very very good. And then next up we have another Dragon Dynasty movie. This is a movie with Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung, and Simon Yam. That's Killzone. And this one is also very, very good movie. Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung as a crime lord, and Donnie Yen as a new cop. And yeah, this is a very, very good crime action thriller. It's just amazing. Well, a lot of people probably don't even know about this, but it's a really, really good, very good movie. And this is a 2-disc special edition, Ultimate Edition, and yeah, it's also very good. It's also released on Blu-ray. There is a sequel with Tony Jaa. I haven't seen that, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. It was on Netflix for a while, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. It left before I even, tried to watch it, but. Yeah, it's very good, and if you haven't seen it, then if you like Sammo Hung or Donnie Yen, then this is a most go-to film to watch. And then, next up is The Twins Effect, which over here in America is called Vampire Effect, but yeah, it's another great film, and Jackie Chan has a little appearance in this, as a ambulance driver right there, and yeah, and it has the twins, Charlene Choi and Jillian Chung. They did a handful of movies together. There's also like a sequel to this, which is not really a sequel. Well, it is a sequel, but it's not really. It doesn't follow up with this at all. The Twins Effect 2. Which is another good one, but I don't have that yet. But yeah, this is the first one. Very, very good film. Most people don't know about it, but it's a very good, underrated action film. Not really necessarily scary. I mean, there is horror elements because it involves vampires and everything, but really, it's not really scary. It's more like action-packed, and and it's also funny. Has some funny bits in there. Um, yeah, it's also directed by Dante Lamb and co-directed by Donnie Yen. And yeah, some very good action sequences and stunts and everything like that. This is the American cut. It's a lot shorter than the original Hong Kong cut. Yeah. It's still very, very good, and this one's actually hard to get to, so if you find it for a good price, I suggest you pick it up. It's worth quite a bit now, unfortunately. And then next we have Jackie Chan, The Accidental Spy. This is the American version. This wasn't released theatrically here in the U.S. It was video-wise, but that's it. But this is originally a Hong Kong film. This is the English dub version with Jackie Chan. It does his voice for the English dub. There are some samples where you can tell it's not Jackie Chan's voice, but overall, it's a pretty decent dub, in my opinion. Yeah, just phenomenal action sequences. It's one of the ones I grew up with a lot. I remember having the VHS. I watched it countless times, and yeah, it's a lot of Jackie Chan films. A lot of Jackie Chan fans don't really talk about this one a lot, which is a shame because I think this is one of his best films, in my opinion. It's a lot shorter because it's the American version, but it's put out by Golden Harvest, and it's let's see, what is it? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, this is let's see, what is it? I thought I saw Raymond Chow on this. Yeah, it's CH Pictures Limited Raymond Chow present. So Raymond Chow is behind this because he does Golden Harvest and all that good stuff. It's directed by Teddy Chin and also produced by Jackie himself. So yeah, very good stunts and action sequences. There was a sequel that was supposed to be in the works, but they canceled it unfortunately. But yeah, it's a very, very good film. And then next up we have Sammo Hung's film Winners and Sinners, which is with Sammo Hung himself, and Jackie Chan has a little appearance in this as a cop. And yeah, it's also like a very silly, goofy flick. This wasn't cheap, and it was hard to find. So if you find it for a good price, then I suggest you pick it up. But yeah, you might have to do a little Google search on this. But yeah, if you like Sammo Hung or Jackie Chan films, then this is another good one to watch. It's not one of their best movies, but it is still very enjoyable. Just great, fun action sequences. It's funny, it's weird, and all that stuff. And the Blu-ray picture quality looks really good, and it's region free. Well, yeah, region A, but yeah, like it can work on like region A, which is like here in the U.S. and region free Blu-ray players, but that's it. But if you just have region B, then it won't play on it. But yeah, very, very good movie, and yeah, a lot of fun, and definitely worth checking out. And then this is like sort of like the sequel to it, My Lucky Stars, which is also out of print, and it's put out by Fortune Star. Same with this, was released by Fortune Star. There is a Blu-ray out of this, but it's out of print. I don't really need the Blu-ray anyway. Yeah, it's directed by Sammo Hung, stars Sammo Hung. Jackie's on the cover, but it's mainly a Sammo Hung film, but Jackie Chan is in it as a police officer. And yeah, it's with Yun Biao. And yeah, it's just definitely very goofy, phenomenal fight sequences and stunts and all that. But yeah, just very, very well done, out of print, but classic Hong Kong. And this is worth a lot, so if you find it for a good price, I suggest you buy it as soon as you can. And then we get to Jackie's masterpiece of a franchise known as Police Story. Police Story and Police Story 2. Police Story 1, obviously, you know, gigantic when it came out in Hong Kong. One of the biggest selling Hong Kong films of all time. And yeah, it's just great. My favorite Jackie Chan film by far. And Police Story 2, which is a very good sequel. Police Story, the first one, is obviously the best one. The second one is also very good. In this particular double feature, this one is the director's cut version that's a lot longer than the Hong Kong cut. This is the Japanese cut, which is 2 hours, 2 minutes, which I prefer the Hong Kong cut, which I have it in my Blu-rays. Well, like it's not in the Blu-rays, but like it's along with the in my Jackie Chan collection over there. But yeah, like the Blu-ray um, has the original Hong Kong cut, which I much prefer than the Japanese cut. Um, the Japanese cut, like it just feels like too long and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I have a little mixed emotions about it. Like I understand that he cut it out in the Hong Kong cut, but yeah, the Hong Kong cut is much better on the Blu-ray, and it's Criterion Collection. They recently, last year, put it out on DVD and Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray version. I'll pick up the DVD version too. But yeah, this is the Shout Factory out of print double featured DVD. Two of them are on one disc. They did the same thing with the Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is wicked expensive. That's why I got the Criterion Collection edition, because it's a lot more cheaper. Yeah, the Blu-ray of this is out of print, so you're most likely not going to be able to get it. But if you find the Criterion Collection release, then I definitely recommend picking it up because it looks phenomenal. And yeah, just two classic movies. Yeah, definitely check them out. Classic Hong Kong cinema. And then the third one, Super Cop. This is the American cut. This is the American version. This is only English dub only, which is Jackie's voice, which is a plus, and directed by Stanley Tong. And this one was put out by Dimension. They put out a lot of his movies, like when he started to become popular in the U.S. Yeah, just great. Great movie, phenomenal sequel. Jackie Chan, Maggie Cheung, Bill Tung, and Michelle Yeoh. Just a great movie. And this particular one, I think it's hard to get now too. But yeah, definitely check it out. There's also the Dragon Dynasty Ultimate Edition. That's 2 discs. That one's out of print too, but I don't really need that much. But yeah, very good movie. It's also released on Blu-ray too, and I'll definitely pick it up on Blu-ray when I get the chance. So yeah, if you like the first two, then you definitely want to check out Super Cop. It's also known as Police Story 3, but over here in the U.S. it's just called Super Cop. But over in Hong Kong, it's Police Story 3 Super Cop. And same with this is a sequel to Super Cop, Jackie Chan's First Strike. This is, again, the American version. In Hong Kong, it's Police Story 4 First Strike. And it's one of the first Jackie Chan movies I saw. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal film. Once again directed by Stanley Tong, put out by New Line Cinema, Golden Harvest, and stars, of course, Jackie Chan and Bill Tung, and rest in peace, Bill Tung. He's no longer with us, which is a shame. But yeah, just a phenomenal movie. That latter fight sequence is that scene right there. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's like one of the best Jackie Chan fights of all time, in my opinion, and it's just phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. And then these are the reboots of Police Story. This is a new Police Story. Jackie Chan. This one is from 2004, directed by I think it's what's his name? I think let's see. It should say around here somewhere, but I think it's Benny Chan. I think. I'm not seeing his name right here, but yeah, I believe it was directed by Benny Chan. I think. Yes, yeah. Oh, never mind. It says right there. Produced and directed by Benny Chan. Yeah, he's a friend of Jackie Chan's, and yeah, it's very good. Jackie Chan and another friend of his, Nicolas Zay, and just and also Daniel Wu, which is the gang leader in this. It's a very good. Very serious, not as comical as the previous ones, but yeah, it's a very dark, really gritty thriller, and very emotional, very dark. I like how it made it into like a new direction. I know a lot of people hate on this, but I personally love this film a lot. It's another one I grew up with, and it's just phenomenal. So definitely check it out. And then the last Police Story film was Police Story Lockdown, which is what it's called in America, but over in Hong Kong it's Police Story 2013. But yeah, it's just a great film. I know a lot of people hate on this film too, but it's another dark, serious one. It is not a sequel to this, it's just another reboot of the original one. Um, but yeah, just great fun. Definitely check it out. And then we have Dragons Forever, which here just says Dragon Forever, but it's Dragons Forever. It's directed by Sammo Hung, and stars Sammo Hung, Yun Biao, and Jackie Chan. Just a phenomenal movie, classic Hong Kong, late 80s movie. This one's really rare to find, so if you find it, you're pretty lucky. I found it for pretty good price on eBay. I had to pay like a little bit for it, but like it was like around like $21 or something, which is not bad. But yeah, just phenomenal movie. This one has the warehouse fight in it. It's one of my favorite Jackie Chan fights of all time, and yeah, it's just phenomenal. So definitely check that out. And then last but not least for this video, because I'm coming up to 22 minutes in a little bit, is Wheels on Meals, which is another rare one. But yeah, it's very good. And again, it's with Sammo Hung, Yun Biao, and Jackie Chan, directed by Sammo Hung. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal movie. This one takes place in Europe, and the scenery is absolutely amazing. It's really funny, and like the action sequences are just phenomenal and crazy and absurd. So yeah, if you like Jackie Chan or Sammo Hung, then yeah, this is definitely a must see for you to definitely look into. So yeah, that is basically it for my Hong Kong DVD collection part number 1, and stick around for part number 2, which will be coming up soon, and I'll see you guys then, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.